When the world refers to them as the most enthusiastic amongst the festival-loving creed of Indians, it can be said without a tinge of uncertainty that Bengalis live up to it to the utmost. Yes, Bengal, land of diversities, beliefs, celebration, devotion, and above all, an enormous amount of emotion connected to each and every one of these festivals. The capital of the state of West Bengal, Kolkata, and its outskirts have thrived around the banks of Ganges, or in other words, Maa Ganga. Among various such densely populated townships across the river is Noihati, in the district of North 24 Parganas, which boasts of a municipality established as one of the oldest in the country on 1st May 1869. The town has witnessed history through the change of its name from Noihotto or Nobohotto to its present name, Noihati. The township of Noihati does not only date centuries back, but so does its culture and famous personalities from various walks of life, born here across these centuries. The author of Vande Mataram, Rishi Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, renowned historian and linguist Horoprasad Shastri were among various personalities born here. Noihati has also been the birthplace of the prominent and famous writer Somaresh Bosu. Over the years, music has also been deeply associated with Noihati, being the birthplace of the melodious singer of yesteryears, Shyamol Mitro, and even today, eminent singer Raghav Chattopadhyay, keeping the same tradition alive internationally with his music. Like any other part of Bengal, religious festivals like Janmashtami, Rath Yatra, Chhat Puja, and of course, Durga Puja. Every household in Noihati fills up with joy and glory with celebrations. But when it comes to worshipping the goddess Kali or Shama Puja, nothing beats the enthusiasm at Noihati. On the no moon day or Amavasya of the Hindu lunar calendar month Kartik, goddess Kali is worshipped grandly here with an aura of auspiciousness and spirituality in the air all around. In Hindu mythology, it is believed that the evening before the day of Kali Puja, if every household lights up 14 candles or diyas around the house, it safeguards everyone's life from evil vibes and is termed as Bhoot Chaturdashi. Though there are many pujas held to worship goddess Kali at Noihati, yet nothing beats the prodigious grandeur and vast emotion associated with the most renowned and popular Kali Puja, Boro Kali, known to many by the name of Boro Maa. It dates 90 years back, when late Bhabesh Chakraborty and 4 other friends of his, which included late Rakhal Chandra De, late Godai Modok, late Promotho Chakraborty and late Bhadreshwar Patro, went to experience Bhanga Rash at Nabadip. The sight of big idols there struck their minds. Once they were back at Noihati, they got the idea of creating a huge Kali idol instead of the earlier smaller idol which was being worshipped every year and was called Rokha Kali. Over the years, the name of the Kali Puja, which was once started being called Bhabesh Kali, as the man behind the main idea of creating a huge idol was none other than Bhabesh Chakraborty himself, has become Boro Kali to its present name, Boro Maa. Though the puja is organized now by an organization named as Noihati Boro Kali Puja Shomiti, the idol which has been worshipped over the years is of an astounding size of 21 feet and does not require any money to be collected from the localites. With every passing year, the number of devotees visiting the puja is increasing exponentially, and so are the donations from these devotees, which in turn help organize the puja solely. The fact that devotees from across boundaries of location, caste and creed flock the puja every passing year ensures the words written around the mandir arena of Boro Maa, Dharma hok jar jar, Boro Maa shobar. Talking of the rituals which encircle the puja and are embedded deep within the soul of Boro Maa's puja, one cannot miss the fact that the structure for this huge idol is worshipped a fortnight before the actual puja, on the Purnima or full moon day of Lakshmi Puja with true devotion. After this starts the mammoth task of fabricating the enormous idol over 15 days till Amavasya. The idol is not just mammoth in terms of its size, but also the jewelries and ornamentation which bedazzles Boro Maa. The ornamentation, which starts from the morning before the puja, is worth no less than 1.5 crore. Just the crown on Boro Maa's head weighs 4.5 kgs, with a similar weighing chandmala and anklet, which are all made out of precious silver. That's not all. Devotees who flock the puja every year present the goddess with gold ornaments like trinetro, tongue and other various wearables, the volume of which increases every passing year. But before the deity is ornamented with these eye-dazzling jewelry, 2 days ahead of the puja, the idol-making artist initiates and starts the drawing of Boro Maa's eyes. The event takes place post-midnight, and it goes without saying that the person has to climb up to a height of almost 20 feet to complete the task. So, one can easily understand that the hugeness of the puja is true to its fact from every aspect. The emotion attached to this puja is so captivating that the devotees react with all their heart once the puja begins and they get to see Boro Maa. The puja is so renowned and the belief of people so very strong that every year more than 60,000 devotees come only from outside Noihati to worship Boro Maa. Their emotions run crazy as hundreds of people pledge to take a vow. And if their wishes come true, they get dipped into the river Ganges, and as a way to pay homage to the deity, come all the way to the pandal taking dundi. Devotees express their emotion by various ways. While some devotees start crying saying Boro Maa, some are overjoyed and start celebrating in glory. There are many who lay their newborns on the way from the river to the pandal, or even in front of Boro Maa, bare on the road. Belief is such a strong emotion among the devotees that the expressions that come out of their heart is unpredictable. Such is the aura of this auspicious puja that people start laughing, crying, dancing, talking in their minds, and much more to pay their homage to the deity. The main ritual of this auspicious puja starts with the beautiful natural phenomena of the sunset on the horizon. The whole town gets decked up in alluring decorative lights, making the sight mesmerizing. The beginning of the puja is done by performing the ritual of Boro Maa by the secretary of the organization. That is a form of welcoming the goddess with sindoor. This auspicious day is managed and handled very sincerely by the local police force and the officials of the local municipal corporation. After the ritual of Boro Maa is performed, the following ritual is to carry the sacred ghat to the river Ganges and fill it up with the sacred water. Thus, the puja begins with worshipping the ghat once it is placed at the pandal. Not just the grandeur of Boro Maa is for her idol's height, but even the steps taken by the puja committee towards the society is grand in every other aspect as well. No puja is complete without a bhog, but in case of such a huge puja, the bhog becomes large in quantity as well. Though it goes without mentioning that tradition has always come first when one talks of Boro Maa's puja. The main bhog still comes from late Bhabesh Chakraborty's house, keeping the 90-year-old practice alive. The rest of the bhog is provided by the organizing committee itself. Speaking of tradition, one cannot miss the fact that the puja is being done with great spirituality and devotion since 1975, a timeline of 42 years, by the renowned priest called by everyone as Maharaj, and is escorted to the pandal before the puja starts. Known to everyone as Maharaj, the man is none other than Shottoranjan Chakraborty, locally called as Shottoda as well. While the puja is carried out in huge grandeur and spirituality, it's a sight that cannot be compared to any other. It seems that the goddess has descended from her heavenly abode and comes to the puja to accept homage from devotees and blesses them to be safeguarded from all evil. It is believed by every devotee that Boro Maa listens to their prayers and blesses them with prosperity and grants their wishes to come true. Large number of devotees stay on a fast since morning and wait till midnight when the puja takes place and pay their homage to the goddess through Pushpanjali. Such is the aura of Boro Maa that not even fasting for a whole day stops devotees to get blessings from the deity. The worship and devotion of this figure of strength is not just limited to these 4 days. Each and every day, a regular puja continues to happen at Boro Maa Nibash, which is a mandir in the vicinity, with similar spirituality and auspiciousness. But on these 4 days, when Mother Kali is worshipped in the pandal, the regular puja in the mandir comes to a halt. Just as the grandeur of everything related to Boro Maa, a flower garland starts in the making from the day before the immersion of the idol till the immersion day morning. It also showcases how big this garland is and the time required to prepare such a huge garland. The immersion of the idol is as grand an event as everything else related to Boro Maa. But before the immersion takes place, the deity is again paid homage to till the next year through an auspicious Boron event done by a crazy amount of devotees and is started by the secretary of the organization. While the rope for pulling the idol is pulled exactly at 4 p.m., the immersion of Boro Maa takes place with an enormous crowd-filled procession pulling the 21 feet idol on wheels when the high tide comes to the shores of Ganges. On the way to the shore, thousands throw sweets called batasha as a token of homage to the goddess. One thing which makes the immersion of the idol more fun and frolic is that the whole crowd not only pulls the huge idol into the water until it is laid down on the river, but also starts showering and splashing water towards the idol. The sight of this celebration is one to remember forever. The whole celebration and festivity ends with a note of spirituality. The wait for another year begins until Boro Maa comes back next year. With even more festivity, spirituality, blessings, and most of all devotees flocking the puja with their wishes, vows, and homage.